All right, good afternoon. I'll call to order the Public Utilities Commission meeting for Tuesday, January 27th, 2026. The first item on our agenda is our oath of office for Commissioners Visser and Williams.
Let's have you two stand and raise your right hand and read the oath, please.
I, Seth Visser, do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States and Minnesota, and faithfully and impartially discharge the duties of the office of Commissioner of the Public Utilities Commission, said City of New Ulm, in the County of Brown, and the State of Minnesota, to the best of my judgment and ability. So help me God.
Welcome for another term.
All right, the second item on our agenda is our election of officers. We've got president and vice president.
I would nominate Seth Fisher as president.
Okay.
Second.
And then, do we do them both at the same time, or
One each,
Okay.
one separate, and then you have to call.
call the roll?
The roll.
Call for nominations three times.
Okay.
Additional nomination, and then you can make the vote if there are no other nominations.
Okay, so I have a motion and a second for Seth Visser as president. Is there any other nominations? I'll call it in again. Is there any other nominations for president? And a third time, is there any other nominations for president? If not, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Next up is vice president.
I would nominate Mary Ellen Shaughness for vice president of the Public Utilities Commission.
Second.
All right, I have a motion and a second. Is there any other nominations for vice president? And two more times. Is there any other nominations for vice president? And lastly, is there any other nominations for vice president? If not, we have a first motion and a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Now we get up to our consent agenda. Is there any discussion on our consent agenda? If not, I will entertain a motion on that.
I'll make a motion to accept the consent agenda.
Second.
All right, I have a motion and a second. Is there any other discussion? If not, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Now on to new business, server for disaster recovery.
Good afternoon, Commissioners. Before you today is the approval for the purchase of a disaster recovery server from CDWG. The current disaster recovery server is just due to be replaced due to age, as well as it no longer has enough resources to be able to run the critical day-to-day servers in the event it was ever needed. Two disaster recovery quotes were received, with CDWG having the low quote in the amount of $76,741.61. This was included in the 2026 budget in the amount of $80,000, so the quote does come in under budget.
Make a motion to approve the purchase of a disaster recovery server from CDW-G in the amount of $76,741.61.
Second.
All right, we have a motion and a second. Is there any further discussion? If not, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Next item is our energy acquisition adjustment.
Okay, Commissioners, the adjuster is actually going down this year. I'm sure you've read the action item. The net effect will be about $2.50 for the average residential bill. The main thing reason for it going down is, you'll recall, in 2022, we're working to recover that from that gas spike when we were generating about $1.5 million. It was set to go through 2025. Well, we have collected that money, so we're repealing that or taking that off, however we'd properly term that. So it is a savings to the customer.
Excellent. It's always good to hear.
I'll make the motion to approve the proposed EAA energy acquisition adjustment of .02753 to be effective February 1st, 2026.
Second.
All right, we have a motion and a second. Is there any further discussion? If not, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Next up on our agenda, 4.3, is our natural gas SCADA system.
Okay, the natural gas department has elected to update its SCADA system, and we'll be using PSE to assist in this effort. We will be using the ACS system that electric currently uses. The benefits of going to this is obviously it'll go into the control room. We'll have somebody 24/7 watching it. And yes, the gas department will also have the terminal to look at it too, but they'll, obviously that's not 24/7, but. And we will be adding a couple more town border stations.
So is this new for the gas department, or is it just a change?
We had another vendor, they weren't completely happy with everything. We are making an upgrade to this, and we found that ACS can do both electric and gas together, and it just works well. We got one vendor, we got a service agreement with engineering and all that with ACS above and beyond this.
No,
So it's a good fit.
It is.
So do you save on the service agreement then?
I think we will save a little bit, yes.
That'd be good.
Or we'll get kind of preferred pricing, maybe is a
Some
better way to
benefit
put
there
it. Yeah.
since there's two systems. Good.
I'll take a motion on that.
I'll make the motion to authorize the city manager to accept the proposal from Power System Engineering Incorporated, PSE, to integrate the natural gas supervisory control and data acquisition SCADA system into the Advanced Control System, ACS SCADA system in the amount of $42,000.
I'll second.
All right, we have a motion and a second. Is there any further discussion on this? If not, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Next up is some parts for steam meters.
Good afternoon, Commissioners. Before you is just a quote to order some more steam meter parts as we did last month, same as we did last month. We're taking advantage of the 2025 pricing by doing it this way. It's about 3 months out to get these parts, so I'd like to get them ordered and get them coming our way, so we can work on the meters then in the summertime when they're not in use.
I'll make a motion to receive and order filed the estimate from Flow Measurement Group for steam meter replacement parts in the amount of $24,976.70.
I'll second.
All right, we have a motion and a second. Is there any further discussion? If not, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Next up is our Junior Pioneer Park water main design.
Yeah, this is the continuation of the feasibility study that you approved last May 27th. But we just recently got the results back and the soil borings and all that. It will work to bore underneath the park to go from right behind Target there, all the way across the old Target building, forgive me, to basically one Shells Road. So we'll tie that chunk together so they'll have a loop system. This is phase one. Phase two, they could do at a later time, go from that point across Cottonwood River and have a second feed into that Cottonwood area. We currently only have one pipe going across that river and up that hill. And this would be the full detailed design, be assisting with bidding and some questions. City engineering will be doing this project as part of their summer project list. Any questions I can help with?
Otherwise, I'll take a motion if there's no questions.
I'll make the motion to authorize the city manager to accept the proposal from SEH for detailed design engineering services for a water main crossing Junior Pioneer Park in the amount of $65,500.
I'll second that.
All right, we've got a motion and a second. Is there any further discussion? If not, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Next up is a Cortland lift station replacement.
Yeah, this would just be replacing equipment only.
Okay.
Ordering, they have a long list of items here. The lift station was built in '98. It has had minimal updates since then, so everything is just wearing out, aging out, however we want to put that. There will be a bid coming before you for installation and maybe some electrical work later on, but like I say, this is just the equipment. This was all identified in our study, the condition assessment of the wastewater plant. And we feel by doing it this way, we will be able to come in hopefully significantly cheaper than the $2 million that was called out for in that study. We're trying to do some of this self-perform.
That'd be great. That'd be really good.
We never spent any in 2025, right?
No, we'll be carrying this over.
This is 2025.
Waiting for bids and stuff was a little slow, so we would have liked to brought it a month or two ago, but we now have our two bids.
Was the intention for the 2025 budget to buy this equipment?
Yeah,
Okay.
basically have the equipment here and maybe start some preliminary construction. None, you'll see, we got another 500,000 this year in it. That would be the install, because if I remember right, it's 26 to 28 weeks out, so we're gonna wait 6 months before it'll show up.
That's how long the
Some of the lead times.
lead times are, and you suppose you can't do anything until you get it all.
Right, you
here.
know, it's nice to have it all sitting in the warehouse. So
Yeah.
they take her down, place it, and bring her back to you.
All right.
Okay, I'll make a motion to authorize the city manager to accept the bid from Vesco Incorporated for the Cortland Lift Station Equipment Replacement Project in the amount of $380,280.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Is there any further discussion? If not, all in favor, say aye.
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 Opposed? Motion carries. Next item is geotechnical engineering review.
Yeah, this is in conjunction with the force main replacement project that we did, I guess was approved originally in '23. Basically, we're getting the project to be shovel-ready, hoping to get it submitted in for government funding. They did not select us in the last round, but we are still working on getting our permits for the railroad. It takes an extended period of time. This is required by the railroad. They only allow certain vendors, and this is the vendor that the railroad allows in this area to do this type of work. So it is a professional service and limited approved vendors and limited options. That's why you see only one quote on this project.
What do you think our likelihood of approval or from state funding is this year?
This is going for federal.
Or federal funding?
I think it'll be a year out,
Okay.
but we're gonna get it all ready and keep trying.
Right.
And I don't have any idea what the winds are politically with some of this stuff, so.
And anything we do will carry over.
Right,
We
and
just have to-
the only thing is, at some point, we want to make sure we keep the rail apprised of what we're doing, so the
Right.
permit doesn't lag. You know, we're doing all this to get that permit. We're talking to our consultants and stuff, they have done that before, where they do get the funding. We'd like to reference permit, whatever, from 2026, and the railroad's been good about it.
Good.
So this is not a wasted effort.
All right, I'll entertain a motion on that.
I'll make the motion to authorize the city manager to accept the proposal from Clough Harbor and Associates LLP, CHA, for geotechnical engineering review services in the amount of $13,000.
Second.
All right, we have a motion and a second. Is there any further discussion? If not, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Or motion carries. Last item is our report of claims.
I'll make the motion to accept the list of claims paid in the amount of $4,143,713.83.
All right, we have a motion and a second. Is there any further discussion? If not, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? And the motion carries. Last item, do we have any additional comments from our commissioners? If not, this meeting's adjourned. Thank you, everybody.